Great job, YouTube. Let me read my disclaimer. That's totally, correct. Disclaimer. The following podcast is not intended for those who are easily triggered. It features two regular people talking about pop culture and sharing their thoughts on it. If this is too much for you to handle, please report your nearest safe space. If sarcasm is a foreign language to you, please find a translator. For everything else, enjoy the show and don't, you scrawny weaklings.
Hey yo, what's up? You gotta stop and listen. It's time to open your eyes. It's coming to you. Kula, believe fellow brother. Metal Kula, believe fellow brother. Kyushu, Fukusu, Metal Kula. 機械になって得たぜ復讐の機械無限に増殖絶望を感じたあのショックうちたちから捕まえた悟空とベジータ吸われた悟空とベジータ全力出した奴はヒーローかます瞬間移動奴は非常ボディは頑丈無限に再生絶望の戦場無限に増殖見せろ根性クーラーブリーザーのブラザードカンバトルにメタルクーラー来たるぶちかませ超快感ドラゴンボール Z ドッカンバトル全世界同時キャンペーン開催中
Hey guys, it's Mike here, and let's just pretend that didn't happen and I don't fuck up every single intro on this show. Welcome to Laughingstock Nation. How's it going? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Laughing... Damn it, I can't even do the stupid joke I'm trying to make.
That's
Thank
my
you, Josh.
introduction.
Bwah-ha-ha-ha. I think there's somebody on One Piece who laughs like that. Boo-hoo-ha-ha, or something like that. But, yeah. Hey guys, or wait. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Laughingstock Nation. How's it going? There you go. I did it. I fused them together. Just not, into
Hey
a lame
guys,
thing.
what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Nation.
I know we were on your channel, Josh.
We always are.
That's the thing nobody realizes. But Josh actually changed the name of his channel to Laughingstock Media, and I changed the name of my channel to Dragon Ball Nation. And that's why I have so many more subscribers than Josh.
This is true.
You could see my silver play button in my background to confirm. Oh wait, for some reason I put it in a completely different room I never actually use. That was smart thinking, Mike. You're always great at this. But yeah, She-Hulk. Good God, is that show horrible? And in fact, it's actually an abomination. Get it? Because, Abomination's in the show, and he fucking sucks too, like everything else in that god-awful show. Okay, maybe not Daredevil,
Really
but...
put in the show?
Oh, yeah. Abomination is one of the villains, I guess? No, he's not. He's...
Villains.
They literally took a cool character played by, like, an awesome Tarantino actor, and they turned him into a self-help guru who lives on a farm with a bunch of people who sit in circles talking about their feelings. And every time I watch this show, like I was telling Josh this before we went on the air because I'm stupid and I don't think to just say all this stuff live so that it sounds natural. But I told Josh before we went on the air that every single time I go to watch this show, I forget how terrible it is. Probably because I constantly consume a plant that's legal in Connecticut and, assuming that's where I'm from. I could be from anywhere in the world. Let's be honest, I live in space Austria. But, I just don't... I forget how terrible it is, and then I watch the show, and, like, it gets worse and worse with every single second, and I just, like, especially the final episode, because the final episode of this show was so mind-bogglingly bad that it actually made The rest of the show... No, it was still terrible, but it almost made the rest of the show seem good by comparison because how fucking horrible it was. So, because you're never going to watch it, Josh, and you don't give a shit if I spoil it because you're...
Every podcast.
Which one?
Every podcast is me finding out about something horrible that I have to hate.
Yeah. There is some... Like, I have had that idea in the past, too, of doing a video where it's like... somebody explains everything that happened in the Dragon Ball Super manga up until now to me, and then like I just react to it because I'm never gonna read it because obviously it's terrible. But like what is it? I want to So this show, the season finale, so everything built up to basically She-Hulk versus men on Reddit. And that's basically the villain. There's some website called Intelligentsia, and she goes to like break into. She basically goes to like their compound, which is also Abomination's place that he's hosting a self-help movement, and she goes to fight them and finds out that like basically Abomination is like transforming and doing all these things that he shouldn't be doing, and that like. The leader of the evil, female hating group that is just horribly written because they're literally just mocking their own fan base that spends money on Disney Plus, and they're insulting their own fan base, which never works out in these cases, especially when you preach a message to them. And basically what ends up happening is that a huge fight happens. One of the characters, like the villain, becomes a Hulk, and like they're gonna have a big fight, and like the Hulk shows up, and I think Daredevil shows up. But then it's like, She-Hulk's like, this is really cliche. And she stops the series, and she literally climbs out of her thing on Disney Plus. She like pops out like one of the things where you see on Netflix, like the tiles and stuff. It's the same thing on Disney Plus. I know you don't subscribe because, why would you give Disney money? Like me, because I'm an idiot.
Fuck those streaming services. Fuck those streaming services, Mike. Fuck them.
Yeah. I don't blame you for that attitude because most of them are not good or worth the money. But yeah, in terms of that, she like goes to Marvel and complains, and then she finds out that there's a robot that controls Marvel and that is like making all the shows, and it's like an algorithm. Like this actually probably sounds funnier the way I'm saying it because it kind of reminds me of like the manatees from South Park that are like doing the Family Guy episodes, except it's like a robot. That's named Kevin, like Kevin Feige, the guy who runs the MCU.
What did you call them?
Manatees? Are they not manatees, Josh?
It didn't sound like you said it like that at first.
Josh, I
heard nannies. Then I heard manatees. Manatees, Mike. Manatees.
You remind me of my
Not
dad.
mayonnaise.
He would yell at me because I would say water instead of water. And he'd be like, yeah, I don't care.
My mom, she'll deny us to this day, but she has, I've caught her saying fire. Instead of fire hydrant, she says fire hydrant. I've heard it. She denies it to this day, but I've heard her say it. She also says elbow.
Yeah, I knew a lot of people used to call it the... Yeah, I used to know a lot of
Toilet
people
paper.
who
Where's
call
the
it...
R come from? Where's the fucking R come from?
My uncle used to call it turlet,
Turlet
like,
paper.
I'm going to go use the turlet.
Can you go use the turlet? Hey, Jim Bob, can you get me the toilet paper because of this COVID going on?
Yeah.
I need to get the toilet paper.
But yeah, this episode was terrible. And literally the only good part of the series, which anyone should have expected, was Daredevil. But even that wasn't as good as in the show because they did a lot of really dumb jokes, and then he fucks She-Hulk, and then, yeah, it was weird. Because it's like they randomly have a relationship out of nowhere because she wants to have sex with Daredevil. And she basically fucks everyone on the first date, too. It's really weird. It's like they're trying to, like, portray, like, a woman who's, like, self-respecting and everything, but literally every single time she goes out on a date, she just fucks the guy. And immediately, like,
How most women are today?
I guess so, but, I mean, what happened to self-respect, right? Let's not get into that discussion, Josh. But nonetheless,
I wasn't getting into anything.
with regard to She-Hulk, yeah, she and Matt Murdock have a relationship, which doesn't make any sense because why would they? And then, not to mention that literally 3 seasons of Daredevil built up to Matt Murdock having a relationship with this woman named Karen, which I know is a very unpopular name nowadays. And
So she fixed the name.
yeah, and literally everything in the show built up to that for 3 seasons. Well, not everything in the show, but that was like the relationship that built
Even
up.
it's working.
Yeah. And for some reason, he just is not with his girlfriend anymore. Now he's banging She-Hulk and, doesn't care, I guess. But yeah, even like the action scenes, like Daredevil would show up and do cool things, and then She-Hulk would immediately like ruin and interrupt it. Because it was like in the Book of Boba Fett where they had like a really good episode, The Mandalorian, in the middle of it. And basically in She-Hulk, they had a half of a decent episode with Daredevil, but she kept jumping in and reminding people that it was her show and that it was horrible. And then, yeah, it got worse from there. This is literally like one of the dumbest shows ever made.
Why do you fucking idiots watch this?
Yeah, this show is bad, and if you watch it, if you like it, you should feel bad. Opinions can be objectively wrong, and liking She-Hulk is one of those.
Such bullshit with corporate bullshit, and this business and this just milking of the franchises. It's just disgusting. It really is.
The thing is, like, pork rinds.
Now that's disgusting.
They're good on keto.
Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. You sound like the type of guy that would watch She-Hulk.
Somehow I was. I hated it the entire time, and I couldn't look away. It was like an abomination.
At least you didn't see the Halo show.
No, I wasn't going to pay more money for another streaming service I don't want.
The gore and violence in that was fucking dope, still, though. That is undeniable. They didn't hold back in that.
Some of the effects look good in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like, how did the, I'm guessing the Arbiter probably wasn't in it, right?
I don't think so. I didn't watch it.
Oh, okay.
I'm a massive Halo fan.
Did you watch the first episode that was on YouTube?
No.
I feel like I sent it to you, like, last time I uploaded. Blue Kuma says, I think I like the name if it's like a joke. But the fans are being complete suck-ups at this point. The show is horrible, and they need to stop pretending it isn't. It's disgusting how many people on Twitter are showing the hell out of the show. Do you guys remember when I had a Twitter? I just said fuck this place and I quit because it was terrible. Yeah.
I like Twitter, but I haven't used it since I got my new phone because I haven't installed it.
Oh, okay.
2 months. I should probably check on it, huh?
Maybe. Maybe everyone thinks you're dead. It's not like they're watching these streams. Actually, I have a little bit more people this time, though. I do appreciate that. Everyone make sure to smash that like button like Hulk. Oh yeah, those two people who are still subscribed, you're totally gonna watch. We'll see. Maybe it'll get really big in the algorithm. Oh wait, I mentioned the algorithm. That means they're gonna fuck my video. Okay, Josh. Real question here.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm choking to death.
Yeah, that's what happened to me when I had a pork rind last. I almost fucking died. Like my throat was actually sore after, scratched up.
These are so salty.
How do they feel when you shove them up your ass?
I don't know. I mean, I don't like the flavor of shit when it comes out of my mouth. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, Josh, real question. Chat, real question. I want everyone to answer this. Even the people who aren't interested, let's say. Would you let She-Hulk smash?
Say that again, I was coughing.
So could you say that again? I couldn't hear over the sound of me shitting myself.
Say that again. I couldn't hear you over the sound of me shitting myself.
One of the Uncle Ruckus quotes we could actually say on stream. But anyway, Josh.
You can say them. Oh, you.
Yeah, let's not. But Josh, I do have a
Song
serious.
lyrics.
I do have a. Yeah, well, I'm. It's remember when what was it, Mark Thurman? He got like called out on the court on like the thing because he was in a play one time and he said it, and they're like, "Oh, did you say the N word one time?" And that was like during the OJ like case. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It's like, imagine Quentin Tarantino going on the stand. Mr. Tarantino, have you ever used the N-word? Like, everyone's just laughing because they already know he's going to say yes. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, would you like...
Fun, Jan.
Would you... Yeah. Would you let... that was a great interview. But would you let She-Hulk... Would you let She-Hulk smash, Josh? Here's a real question.
Would I let her smash?
Yeah, smash you.
No, I don't find her attractive.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
I'm positive.
HIV positive?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's probably why. But then again, here's a real question. Does She-Hulk's mutation protect her from getting AIDS?
It's gonna be like Spider-Man, where like her squirt juice is radioactive.
Jesus. There actually was
right? Didn't Spider-Man have radioactive semen, right?
Yeah. There was a comic where Spider-Man gave Mary Jane cancer because his cum was radioactive.
Now, someone had to think of that.
Yeah, they did. And they turned it into a whole storyline where she was dying of cancer because Spider-Man came there. You know. I mean, to be fair, Mary Jane didn't make him pull out, so like that's, she's a real winner there, but I mean,
she was probably laying there, hands behind her back, hands right back here, and saying, "Give me fucking cancer. Give me fucking cancer."
Jeez, I wonder how often Spider-Man uses his weapon for BDSM. But
he probably had her tied down with her webs.
That's what I'm saying.
Handcuffs.
Yeah, it's literally BDSM, Josh.
I
know because
I may not be in a completely level-headed state of mind, Michael.
Me neither. Imagine that.
Too much Powerade.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, I would. Oh my God! Somebody just commented. They said, "I'll smash even if she has AIDS."
Simp.
Look. I'm gonna be honest. Even though she would kill me, either because of her, ridiculously big muscles, her radioactive vagina, and other things about her, I would not say no to She-Hulk. I'm just putting that out there.
In case She-Hulk's fucking listening.
And in case Tatiana Maslany's watching this, hey, how's it going? I never said a negative thing about you. I mean, the show is horribly written, and everything about it's terrible, but you did pretty good.
She'd probably go for that Pikachu blanket behind you before she went for you.
To be fair, I do have weights and a guitar. I mean, I feel like those kind of.
What are those, like 10-pound weights?
But anyway.
Hey, look, Mike, behind your chair. Turn back.
What?
Your only fan.
I don't know if it counts as a fan. It's like a heat lamp.
What an asshole.
Okay, let me see in the chat what everyone's saying. Hi, Darius. Hi, JP Hataraki. I already said hi to you, Blue Comma. Darius again, I guess, because I forgot your name. Zoom. Dr. Zoom? It was me, Barry. It was me all along. Also, that was more like a Vince McMahon impression. It was me, Austin. It was me the whole damn time. Raziel Soulblaze. A lot of you guys have really bad taste in women, I'm just saying. Let's... yeah, there's a lot of really funny comments. I'm sounding like friggin' Beavis. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, I mean, in terms of like actually going out with She-Hulk and stuff, no, I wouldn't, because she's like a horrible human being who treats everyone like dog shit that's around her and just talks down to every single man she ever meets. And then, no, I'm very used to that at this point, actually, in my life.
Sick of it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too used to that, especially in recent times. But
that show is very relatable.
Yeah, in some ways.
Giant green lady twerk on you.
Yeah, that's very true. But yeah, a lot of the actors in the show are good, actually. Like, Daredevil, again. I just can't stop saying good things about Daredevil because it's a 10 out of 10. Everyone should watch it, and if you don't, you're a bad person. And then, Josh, especially. And then, what was I going to say?
Too busy getting laid, Mike.
I've read about that in textbooks before. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so he was great. Tim Roth is great and everything because he's Tim Roth, and he was what was the name of the character from Pulp Fiction? I know the girl's Honey Bunny.
I can't remember. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
Yeah, the guy when he holds him up, he was in Django. Wait, was he in? No, he wasn't in Django. He was in he was in Hateful Eight. That was actually really good. That's a really underrated movie.
Great movie. Yeah,
I actually have. Let me show everyone. I actually have the playbill from when I saw it in theaters.
He actually has a model of that. Well, I can't make the joke. He's not here.
So when the movie came out in theaters, it like aired in 70 millimeters. There was actually one kind of near you in New Rock. It was the New Rock one. It was called. In New Rock Theater or whatever, but basically it came out with this playbill, which is fucking mirrored on my stream because thank you Google Meet, and basically it's a 70 millimeter roadshow, and then you could see like all the places it went to, and then you get like these cool, like, speaking of Tim Roth, you get like posters and stuff that come in it. Don't finish that quote, Josh. And
I wish people like understood all of our inside jokes, but there's just no way.
There's people who watch us who like the Boondocks, but they don't get why that's a joke. Did we ever do that on stream? Like, I feel like we used to make Boondocks jokes like with Quinn and stuff. I mean, we didn't say the quotes obviously, but we definitely made those jokes.
Who's that girl?
Which one?
I'm just referencing something that we've had happen.
Oh yeah. The one dressed like the Little Mermaid. Yeah, that's really cool. They even have like
my friend Phil was talking about that the other day because remember he was there with us. So
yeah, he was randomly there for some reason.
He was my business partner on my taxes.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because he helped with the videos.
I see. That's great. I mean, everything in here is tax deductible because I'm using videos. Mm-hmm. I've showed my Pokemon collection more than once. I bought that just for so I could show it on YouTube, obviously.
It's in the background.
It's also a...
I don't see it.
Well, it's over on the right. I've shown it a million times. It's also... I'm also wearing this like 10 times the size jacket that I should have stopped wearing a long time ago. Because that's, I bought it for YouTube. Most things in my life. Everything I do in my life, I bought for YouTube purposes, by the way.
That's true. Because if you were dead, you couldn't do YouTube.
Sure. All the things that help keep me alive, they're for YouTube.
Yep.
All the
Viagra.
No, I feel like that would kill me. I've had enough issues in recent years in my heart. I don't need to get an erection for 4+ hours and then have to call my doctor or whatever they say in those commercials. Honestly, I could do that all my own. I don't need a blue pill for that.
No, you're not 50 yet.
I'm getting closer.
Yeah, a couple more years.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a borderline boomer at this point. And I know you're borderline Zoomer.
Is that a thing, Zoomer?
Yeah, Zoomer's the generation, I think, after Gen X.
Which one's Gen X again?
Or Millennials. I think that's us.
How's it break down? Break it down for me, because I'm a fucking idiot.
I think, so there's, like, Boomers are the children of World War II and that generation.
Mm-hmm. Right, baby boomers, right? Because the baby boomers, right?
The silent generation is, like, in between them and the Millennials.
It's like people born in the 70s.
Yeah, and then millennials are like late
60s,
80s to early 90s. And, you know, Zoomers are like 2010s onward. And
I was born in 95, so I don't know what that makes me.
I
My
think you're a
birthday's
millennial.
next month. I'll be 27.
Pretty sure you're a millennial. I'm a millennial because I was born in 90. I was made in the 80s, born in the 90s. I'm the best era of all time. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Look at our generation, what happened to us.
You got to experience
fucked.
the 80s after it was good. Or you were conceived in the 80s after it was good.
Yeah, at the end of the 80s. I mean, I feel like there was some good things that came out in 89, though, right?
I'm sure. I think of the 80s as like 84 to 86. A lot of really good music and shit.
Did you just say 84 to 86?
Yep.
Do you realize that's 3 years out of a 10-year decade?
I'm saying that's probably my highest point is what I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, 84 through 86 has some of the best cinema.
That's
of
what I'm
all
saying
time.
is like that's the high point. It's my point.
Dragon Ball and Terminator came out in 84.
Yeah, I just didn't word it right.
However, if you cut it off at 87, it would be better because Predator came out in 87.
Oh! So
Yeah, it's,
now the Mister picked out a good film. Somebody
Yeah.
could be confused about that.
Sure they were.
One
So-
day when we don't have a politically correct world, we can deliberate.
Josh, we're all going to be dead in a few years when the asteroid hits. Why does it...
They just bounced an asteroid off of the Earth's atmosphere or something like that the other day. It was coming at Earth. They just bounced it back, I guess. That's what I heard. I don't have any sources for this, so I could be lying. I sound like Alex Jones right now. They put chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
My favorite... Let me
But
actually...
he was right about that, you know. They were turning the frogs gay.
Oh, him being right about something? What a shock. But let me actually show my...
A lot of things.
Let me show my favorite Alex Jones moment of all time. I'm going to put it on the stream, so hold on. One moment. I'm almost there. That's what she said. Let's see.
I'll have to wait till
Did they get rid of it off... They better not delete it off of YouTube. I'm going to be pissed. No, here it
channel's
is.
not there for that. I don't think.
What?
He's banned from YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he was on some channel I saw a while back. But it wasn't like his own. He was a
He's great on Joe
guest.
Rogan.
Yeah, so here, 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you. And I don't know if you
With
could...
me?
Yeah, and everyone at the same time. Because remember, like, you have to see everything like 15 seconds, like, after the fact.
Very helpful.
So here, Josh and everyone else, is my favorite moment in the history of Alex Jones. Well, you'll probably have to listen on the stream. Even though it's 15 seconds late. Whatever.
I refuse to go along with this, and I've seen through all of your lies, Barack Obama, you wicked, wicked devil!
It was pretty great.
You haven't seen enough clips of him.
I like the one where he
Way
chases the
better
guy
than
down the street too.
Oh, yeah.
But that'll always be my favorite.
There's a lot of memes of him chasing that guy.
What was that one I was going to show you that I mentioned I was going to show you something during the stream? It's something I feel like I said I was going to show you before
I can't
too.
fucking remember past 2 minutes ago.
I wonder why. Damn it, there was something I said like weeks ago I was going to show you. Then right before the stream I said I was going to show you something again. And I don't remember what it was. Chat, help me out. What did I say I was going to show Josh?
You guys aren't gonna fucking know. Prove me wrong, assholes.
Calling your fans assholes, Josh? What is
Hey,
this,
you
Disney?
know what? These guys know I'm fucking kidding. If they can handle it, they know I'm kidding around. We're busting each other's balls.
You can't handle the truth.
People are pussies if they can't handle that shit.
Okay, let's see. Let's go show Josh something on stream. It was some kind of video.
Wasn't Alex Jones.
It wasn't Alex Jones. It wasn't Dragon Ball related. It wasn't She-Hulk. I feel like this is like, I should intercut the scene where like Homer's at the bar, he's trying to explain like what happened, and then you just see like scene missing, or like the people like dancing around the pole.
I don't think I know the scene, Mike.
Jeez, Josh, what a fucking plebe. You haven't even seen The Simpsons.
I've seen The Simpsons, just not that particular part.
Yeah. Is my stream working, everyone? Like, it, seems like I keep getting a million warnings from YouTube, and every time they're wrong. So let's see if they're wrong this time, too. That'd be pretty great to see. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Either way, this show is garbage, and so is a lot of what comes out these days, too. Great. Just doxed myself on stream. Isn't that great? But in terms of that, not really. But in terms of that, what was I going to say? Yeah, this show is not good. It's not worth watching, and if you enjoy it, you're a horrible human being. No, not really. But in terms of everything else, I would just say don't watch She-Hulk. It's a really terrible show, poorly written, poorly directed, obvious political messaging, makes other characters seem just not very good. By contrast, like Daredevil is diminished in the show. Abomination is an abomination, in terms of everything about him now. The writing is terrible. Wong is made to be even worse, and like he's literally breaking people out of prison for no reason, just because he wants to fight them, I guess. And he's like, oh, gotta go. And then he gets thirst trapped into appearing on the show because some girl was sending him like lewd pictures of herself. Again, what is the point of like trying to promote strong women, but then you try and like push ideas like women thirst trap people, and like they objectify people, and that they treat every single man poorly, and they basically like give themselves away immediately to every guy they meet. And it's like, how is this promoting strong women when you're literally pushing things that weaken them and that weaken humanity as a whole? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It's kind of like when they push like these loser men that have like zero like they're like the Justin Longs and the Michael Ceras and like all these other people that are basically like the scrawny nerdy loser guy in every movie who becomes the protagonist in American culture. And it's like, you could always see like the purposeful decline in that nature. Like they push certain things into the mainstream in this country, and then like, slowly you see the transition from the strong masculine men, the 80s and 90s, to these like loser, wimpy, like guys that like have to be saved all the time and can't do anything correctly, to basically now it's just strong women who themselves aren't really strong women. They're just like, basically they're like people who are giving themselves away and diminishing themselves and giving away everything that actually makes them strong to begin with, so that they could just talk down everyone and push a bullshit agenda that's there just to weaken our culture and our society as a whole. But what do I know? I mean, it's not like I've studied history or have seen all the shit happening for years and tell people and then they don't listen to me. I mean, what am I?
Mike, you know what we gotta do?
What's that, Josh from Dragon Ball Nation? How's it blowing?
How's it blowing?
What do we gotta
Mike,
do?
how heavy are those dumbbells back there?
They're only 10 pounds. Like, these are just for, like, heavy reps. I go to the gym to, like, lift heavy weights.
That's how you lift.
I used to actually be able to curl 100, like, over 100 pounds. Like, I have a custom dumbbell that downstairs, like, in my basement, everything's been ruined because of floods.
Custom dumbbell that when you hold it up, strings pull it up higher up. Strings, the pulley system from the ceiling. And that's how you lift it 100.
Yeah, so
Well, we gotta do like I I think it would be good to do a hangout / Q&A stream, and that's what it was.
Isn't that like every stream we do? I just don't see anyone asking questions. Come on, guys.
Well, I think you gotta label the stream that.
I don't know. Maybe I should get rid of the "get it" in the title. Maybe that's ruining my algorithm.
The what?
I say She-Hulk is an abomination. I put in like the circular bracket things. Get it? Question mark? Because, you know,
Get it?
I'm making a meta joke. But
It's too advanced.
yeah. That's what people tell me. Mike, your jokes are like all the way up here, but everyone else is all the way down here. And I don't disagree with Mr. Carlin when he says things like that. Also, I talk to dead people, like Bruce Willis. They don't even know they're dead. Even though it doesn't make any sense that my parents hired you because you were dead. Also, why is it a twist when we see him get killed at the beginning of the movie? Like, we literally see him get shot and he's dying. It's like, what a twist! She-Hulk wasn't that bad. Yes, it was.
Hey, that's his opinion.
And
Their
it's wrong.
opinion. I shouldn't assume gender.
It's they, them, zers opinion. Because they like She-Hulk, they must use pronouns like those. See, the thing is, people can, because I always keep the exact same like tone when I talk, nobody can ever tell when I'm making a joke or not. Nobody can ever tell if everything I say is serious, or maybe it's all just a sarcastic satire. Maybe I'm actually really woke and I love She-Hulk and it's my favorite show of all time. I kind of want to say it in a way that somebody will clip me and then put it on the internet and be like, see, Mike actually likes all this terrible stuff. But you never know. She-Hulk might actually be my favorite series of all time, and I love the writing. And I love the agendas that they push in Hollywood and in our TV shows. And I love every single thing. You know, please dominate me, for I am a weak male, and I prefer to die by snoo-snoo. Imagine like 10 years from now, I'm like this world famous author or something totally unrelated to YouTube. Then people come here and they start clipping everything I said and like just like putting on like, remember when Mike Warren, this like famous dude, he put like a thing on his YouTube channel where he said that he wants to be dominated and die by snoo-snoo? Let's play this clip. See, I'm giving them ideas, but this is never gonna happen. Nobody's gonna know who I am 10 years from now. You remember that dead guy, Mike? That dead guy, Mike? He had a YouTube channel. He got hit by a truck 2 years ago. Funny enough, it actually was the same truck driven by the Joker that says slaughter is the best medicine.
Oh. I like Golden Scouter's comment.
Oh, hey, it's Golden Scouter.
I like She-Hulk. She is stunning and brave. It's an inspiring show. Very inspiring. Very really makes women feel good about themselves, especially for twerking and using their bodies.
Yeah.
Who was that? Cardi B? Was that in that scene too?
No, she's some rapper I never even heard of, like Megan the, like literally pronounced the Megan the Stallion.
So I just called her Cardi B for no reason.
I'm not gonna make that joke, but yeah. She's another shitty new age rapper.
I used to watch Twitter videos of her before she was like really famous, and she was talking about how she like drug guys and like would take their money. A real bad apple, you know.
They should have good music in these shows, you know, like what's Iron Maiden backward
Is that a
again?
dildo, Mike?
No, it's an Iron Maiden poster.
Oh, similar shape.
I mean, I'm sure I could shove my guitar up somebody's ass, but, you know, only with their permission, consent.
They can't give consent with tape on their mouth.
Remember, Josh, we lost a lot of viewers last time we made those types of jokes. King Cloudy. I just finished the Better Call Saul finale. I highly doubt She-Hulk will be a worthy watch straight after that. I mean, you have to watch something... See, I was going to say you have to watch something worse than She-Hulk in order to prep yourself for it, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe The Room? Like, I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
I did not.
I did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, doggy.
I remember reading that book, like The Disaster Artist, before the movie came out. It's actually funnier than the movie. Like the guy who plays Greg, like the guy, or Mark, actually, the guy who plays Mark, Greg Sestero, he does a Tommy Wiseau impression the entire book, and it's hilarious. Like he's like, there's like a part, I guess, that they didn't film in that scene, and the reason why he walks into that scene so quickly is like, oh, a dozen red roses, yes, please, oh, thank you, bye, oh, hi, doggy, bye, and like, because they literally had a half an hour to shoot that scene, and he kept forgetting his lines, so he had to just like run in there and say them really quickly and, you know, not forget them. And like apparently, like right before that scene, he asked he asked the person who ran the building, hey, is your dog real? And they said that she was just like shocked that somebody asked her if her dog was real.
Very intelligent.
Yeah. Supposedly he got in a really bad car accident, which would explain a lot of things, like the horrible brain damage he obviously suffered.
Like Sam Kinison.
Yeah, except, you know, Tommy Wiseau survived, I guess.
Well, didn't Sam Kinison get like into a car accident where he's like a little kid?
Oh yeah,
And that's why he's insane.
yeah. What was it?
It's like Gary Busey in the motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I was about to say. Gary Busey.
Exact.
I try to enunciate. Now, hi Golden Scouter, how's it going? I saw that video of you being on camera. Was that a face reveal? Reminds me of one woman years ago who made a video, Do Dogs Have Brains? And knowing this world, she probably got millions of views, right? And all the people in the comments, well, I didn't know that dogs did not have brains. Whoa! And then there was an argument. No, dogs don't have brains, you know, because the earth is too flat. The curvature wouldn't allow for them to actually have brains. No, the dinosaurs devoured all of the dog's brains 4,000 years ago.
Hi, doggy.
Our world has great writing, especially the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's pretty realistic, too. Sometimes. Sometimes you could tell the Matrix isn't working correctly, though. Sometimes you could tell that the car is just loaded in. Like, every time I back out of my driveway, cars automatically, like, spawn in my street. And they start, like, driving past my house and interrupting me from, you know, leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I also feel like I'm living in the Truman Show. They won't let me leave because there's nothing else out there to see, Mike.
Very good. Very good film. Who's Who said She-Hulk is better than BCS. What's that?
They're saying She-Hulk's better than Better Call Saul.
Is that what the abbreviation is?
Yeah.
Better Call Saul.
And you're wrong again, by the way.
Yeah, if that's better. Well, if it is Better Call Saul, then that I would imagine that would be incorrect because that's a great fucking show.
I haven't seen the most recent season, but it was great. The only thing is, or like most of the show's been great, but what was I gonna say? The only way I could see you liking She-Hulk better is if She-Hulk is like your fetish.
Yeah, the twerk scene.
I wonder, like, that's the thing.
Like, people are into that, you know they are.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Like, they act like all these guys out there hate She-Hulk. How many people had their pants down when they were watching that twerking scene? How many guys?
Too many.
I'm not one of them. But how many other guys were doing that at the time? Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there's Rule 34s and stuff with that now.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, there probably already has been
made
for
some.
years. Yeah. My Photoshop skills might not be as good as they used to be, but you know, I mean, does anyone see that thumbnail? You know, see the thumbnail? Because Daredevil can't see the difference.
Blind bastard.
As I was telling Josh, the Marvel has always made jokes about Daredevil being blind. like publicly, and it's always really funny. Like that's one of the reasons why he's yet again one of my favorite characters, because not only is he awesome and his show is amazing, but also they make so many jokes about his disability. You gotta love it. You know, I'm surprised. No, they actually did make blind jokes in the show. Now that I think about it, like a bunch of them. But the thing is, like, he would usually make them about himself. I think he made one in She-Hulk too. But yeah, like there were so many comics where Daredevil was looking in the complete opposite direction as everyone else, like on purpose. Like I was telling Josh that there was like some villain, I think it was Galactus, was going to destroy the Earth, and everyone's looking at him like, oh no! And like Daredevil's looking in the completely opposite direction. Or like, you know, on the one of the most iconic, I think it's like the Infinity Gauntlet comic. Like Daredevil's looking in the opposite direction. Let me see if I could actually get that right now. So I have it over here. I just have to keep taking my ridiculously large blanket off. Because, you know, now that I'm scrawny, I don't have the ability to, like, you know, retain body heat. Hope everyone enjoys looking at my glutes. Daredevil. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Hurry the fuck up.
I have to find an exact panel from a comic I haven't read in, like, I don't know, a few
Hurry up,
years.
snot bag.
I don't know. I'm sure somebody in the comments can tell me. What am I kidding? This isn't a Dragon Ball stream. They don't know anything. Speaking of, let me talk about something that people actually like to listen to me talk about, which is
Dragon Ball Super.
Austrian economics. So there was once a man named Ludwig von Mises, and he came up with a theory about how capital transfers from one person to another, and how the government oftentimes intercedes in that and should not be allowed to do so, because the fact that it actually interrupts the flow of currency in the business cycle, which will then be perpetuated with the booms and the busts, in which terms we will then get depressions, which we saw during the World War II era under Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Or some people pronounce it Roosevelt, and those people are wrong. I know, it's a very entertaining discussion, Josh, isn't it? Maybe I should just do an economics channel. I'm sure that this audience would love that, right? So there was once a man named Friedrich von Hayek, and he created a book called The Road to Serfdom, in which he discussed in depth why the top-down, centralized system does not actually work. So economics is a lot like power levels. You know, when you have a bigger number, you're a betterer.
More betterer.
Yes, you are the most betterest of them alls. Misa, free!
I know a guy used to talk like that. He would say, like, this game's more better than that one. I'm like, what? Are you a fucking clown?
Do I amuse you?
Is English not your first language?
It's like those guys in that... I don't remember. I don't know if you remember this, but there was like an episode of Family Guy where they're like making fun of people who are like almost what is it? They were almost like fully like naturalized United States citizens from another country, and they're like, "Wow, that almost cost $3.40. You were right, friend." And like they're just like, yeah, they're almost like, you know, it makes sense in that regard, but yeah.
Like halfway there.
Whoa, we're halfway there.
Wow! Sitting in a chair.
Reminds me of do you ever hear the song "Pull Me Under" by Dream Theater?
I mean, maybe if I heard it.
It reminds me a lot of, like, there was I don't know if it was Weird Al, but there was somebody who made a joke. It was called "Pull My Finger, Pull My Finger, Pull My Finger, I have to fart." That was basically the joke version.
Very mature joke.
Okay, I'll sing.
Are you gonna be in a death metal band to be the vocalist?
Yes. I'll get you, Gadget, someday.
I feel like there's another character who has a voice like that. Oh yeah,
Satan.
There's probably a few.
Imagine if Deborah sounded like that.
I'm Deborah, and I will fuck you up.
Like he definitely would have gotten more episodes.
I appreciate Deborah's video
English
game
voice?
appearances.
Yeah, he does have a good voice in like every language though.
Yep.
Well, unless it's like the
I like
Speedy
the
dub.
dubs.
Yeah, he has a pretty awesome voice in the dub. I don't know who does the voice of Deborah. Anyone? Let me know in the chat who does the voice of Deborah. And is he watching? Because he did an awesome job. If you're watching this for some reason,
Yep.
I don't know why you would be, but I know that
Voice
Sunny
of that.
Straight. I know that Sunny Straight watches my videos sometimes.
Oh!
He did promote that one video I did.
Fine, not after that kidnapped woman joke he doesn't watch.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of the jokes on this show, but there is a disclaimer. There is a disclaimer, everyone. I did it. I did a trigger warning essentially.
You know what one of my favorite Joey Diaz moments is?
Which one?
Is when he's they're doing edibles and he's like, this one's 250 milligrams. He just eats it and then the other guy's like, he just popped it like a mint. And he's like, of course I did. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he should have. What are you surprised?
I like that story that he told of like him and some other guy were doing like an edible, and like the other guy did like half of one, and they went on an airplane, and he was like this most stoned he'd ever been in his entire life, and he was like freaking the fuck out, and that Joey Diaz looked like totally normal, and then like eventually on the plane ride or whatever, he's like, how you doing? He's like, I'm so fucked up, I'm like 2.5 edibles in or something. Yeah, that was a great episode. Pretty much all those episodes of his show used to be great. Does he have a podcast again? Because he like stopped it for a while.
I'm not sure. He's consistently funny.
Yeah,
It's like anything he says.
he was always
He's
really
that type of person.
yeah. I don't remember if his stand-up's funny though.
It is. It is.
Has he ever gotten a Netflix special?
I think so. Maybe one.
Yeah,
Maybe not. I don't know. They might not have. He might be a little too raunchy.
I guess. I mean, they put like fucking Amy Schumer on Netflix, but then again, she fits the bill these days.
Yeah, she's a cunt.
I mean, our Australian viewers are like, why is that offensive? And
They're like, that's a normal word for us.
in America, that's a very offensive word, apparently. I mean, my family always used it anyway, but, you know.
That's what she is, you know. When you're something, right?
Yeah.
Why sugarcoat it?
It's like Dave Chappelle said, you know, ladies, just because you're dressed that way does not mean that the man has a right to treat you, but you are wearing a whore's uniform. And he's like, imagine if I wore a police uniform and somebody came up to me and they're like, officer, help, I was robbed. And then I turned around and I said, just because I dress this way does not make me a police officer. He was way ahead of his time.
He's a fucking genius in so many ways.
Yeah. Probably my favorite stand-up special, Killing Them Softly.
Yeah.
Although, a lot of George Carlin specials are great, too.
Yeah, one of the ones for George Carlin that stands out the most to me was when he was talking about people that smoke cigars. And he's like, when you smoke a cigar, you know what it looks like you got in your mouth? A big brown dick.
Yeah, I remember that special.
Uh,
The thing is, George Carlin was always, like, you can go back and watch his black and white stuff, and he's still great. Like, he changed his style a little bit, like, in terms of getting more, like, dark and, like, raunchy and stuff, but, like, even when he was just doing stuff in, like, the 50s, he was still funny. He was still doing the lists and everything that he used to do, so...
as raunchy he could be back then. He's pushing boundaries still. I would argue.
Yeah, he, you know, he's one of those people I wouldn't have mind finding the fountain of youth. Imagine, like, in 5 years, they, like, invent a way to turn everyone back into like, their youthful bodies. we start getting like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies and stuff like that again. Like, you know, Sylvester Stallone, a new Rocky, and they like retcon like Rocky 5, and he looks younger than he did in that movie. So like he just like, it's like Rocky 5 redone. Come on, Hollywood, why haven't you figured this shit out yet?
Well, they were working on some way of figuring out how to make it so cells didn't age. So
yeah, it's like gene engineering or genetic engineering. Kind of like Dr. Giro did. That never turns bad. That never goes bad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there'd be like a real overpopulation issue.
I feel like there was a country about 80 years ago that had a lot of similar ideas. I wonder what happened to them. Probably nothing, according to some people. They were all just like on vacation for like 10 years
those were those
or something.
Nice, friendly, blonde hair, blue-eyed men, right? Those Germans, the nice guys that make the bratwurst.
Yeah, they never did anything wrong, right? Internet. You know,
Germany's never made any missteps. Perfect record.
They didn't cause massive ramifications around the world two wars in a row. In the only war that actually has a sequel with a number.
Listen, if World War II never happened, we would have missed out on so many good fucking games.
I can't wait until World War... Yeah, I know that's true. Like Wolfenstein. A lot of great movies, too.
Think about it. Schindler's List, Modern War, or Call of Duty World at War, all the original Call of Duties, done.
I'm sure that totally made it worth all of the pain and suffering. Although, I mean, when you think about it, like, looking into, like, whenever there's, like, a big world tragedy or something, there tends to be, like, a big, like, renaissance that happens afterward.
Well, every company wants to find a way to profit off
Oh,
tragedy and anything, pretty much. Any opportunity to get extra profit, always.
And to make people fight with each other. I actually made a community post, which I deleted because I do that all the time, like a week ago, where I was like, you know, talking about how people make memes and attack fans when they're critical of things, and like how stupid it is because they're literally just acting as like the unpaid PR wing of the companies that they're supporting, like Disney, and then like nobody got what the fuck I was talking about. Like somebody commented, "I don't understand anything you just said, Mike." It's like, oh, thank you for making me waste my time writing this post, commenter. I appreciate that. But hey, it's not like I haven't been talking about this shit for years in my videos. You know, you'd think that maybe people would have picked up on it, but then again, it does seem like She-Hulk's the show where people are finally like realizing, like almost 10 years too late, that this stuff is happening, and it's really bad. And yeah.
Yeah, what took people so long?
I mean, most people are dumb, Josh. That's what George Carlin said. He said, think of the average person you know and just how dumb they are. Now realize that 50% of the population is even dumber than that.
Yeah. That's true, though. It really is.
50% of the population...
It might be more true today.
They probably like She-Hulk, those 50%. Not really. We know that they don't. Those ratings are not doing well.
Filthy fucking casuals.
So somebody said, I heard in the Beta Ray... You're blowing my mind with your amazing grammar. Winter Burden,
Beta Ray Bill,
which is actually a cool name, said the MCU is just going to keep getting more and more woke until it implodes. I heard in the Beta Ray Bill movie he's going to find an enchanted hammer and sickle and then overthrow the bourgeoisie and seize the means of production. Okay, I like
Beta Ray Bill, but you said what?
Beta Ray. It's Beta Ray Bill.
I thought it was Beta Ray Bill.
No, beta. You know, like a beta, like alpha, beta, kappa,
My friend's been saying it
gamma.
wrong all these years. Then I guess I was going off of what he used to say.
Well, your friend's a fucking moron, but yeah. So
fucking dyslexia or something.
No, I have that, and yet I still pronounced it right. But anyway, he said overthrow the bourgeoisie. So that is a term that's used by the communists. It's a Russian word that basically means like the wealthy, affluent people in power. So like all the books, like the Communist Manifesto and stuff, talk about the bourgeoisie.
Nerd.
Yeah, I only used my brain to like research these things, you know.
And if World War II never happened, we wouldn't have learned all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, so Josh, your entire thing is that World War II was a good thing.
It was a
For the entire
cultural
world.
event that it was it's a pop culture icon at this point.
I mean, if you actually study history, though, World War One was worse because World War Two
Yeah.
actually wouldn't have happened without World War One. Like literally, the entire reason Germany went fucking crazy and supported that was because the fact that they were given the bill for all of World War Two, which also or World War One actually, called the Treaty of Versailles, which they literally just paid off like 5 years ago. It took them a century basically to pay that shit off. And really, when you think about it, a lot of stuff started because somebody assassinated one of their archdukes, so it's kind of like,
Ferdinand.
yeah, so it's
Yeah,
like,
I know a little bit of the lore.
yeah, the lore of our false reality we live
The
in.
lore. Yeah, I remember some stuff from school.
You went to school?
In high school.
How many times you stay back again?
I got held back in second grade.
Yeah.
Hey man, it might make sense. I don't know. It might
Yeah.
explain some things about me.
Yeah,
Second grade, fucking twice.
I should have gone skipped ahead, but my mom didn't want that to happen. You gotta hang out with kids your own age. Yeah, that totally worked out. I could have been like Doogie Howser, you know, like a child doctor. Except I hated school, so I would have probably just stopped going to school at 12 and just like, you know, played video games and watched movies all day.
Yeah,
Which would have been a pretty great life.
Learning isn't that fun unless you're interested in it. So
Yeah, I like to learn like on my own. I hate when people like try and force me to learn at like a pace that they dictate, and you know, I don't know. But somebody just said Lord Gara. You know, that's a great Bleach reference. But you know, Lord Gara says,
Mario.
"I'm afraid Daredevil is going to suck." At least we got 3 great seasons, so like, I don't expect it to be as good. It actually, you know, it might not be terrible, but yeah, I just I have a feeling that at this point they might just be going with an alternate universe Daredevil. It's not going to be a real continuation of the Netflix show, which, you know, sucks, but we'll have to see. I mean, I've heard Punisher might be in a show upcoming, but I don't know how the hell they're going to do Punisher with Disney on Disney Plus. Like, unless they're literally just going to let him go all out and just murder people in bloody fashion like he used to do in the show. And they do have the shows on Disney Plus now. I don't know if they censored them. I haven't watched them since they went on there. But I don't know. I find it hard to believe they're going to replicate the gritty R-rated way that Daredevil and Punisher were on Netflix.
Why not, like?
Because Disney won't even make a freaking Deadpool movie that's R-rated. They're not going to do Daredevil and Punisher as like a full-on MA.
Are they doing Deadpool 3?
Yeah, they actually announced that Hugh Jackman's going to be in it. I think
Oh,
that
really?
they said he's going to be Wolverine, but the thing is, like, they might be pulling a bait and switch where it's just Hugh Jackman. They're making meta jokes the entire time,
Probably.
which is going to be really lame.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing serious.
Yeah, it's in Daredevil. I mean, it's in Deadpool after all. But I don't know. It would be cool to have him in like a real Avengers movie. But then again, who the hell is he going to talk to? Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, Captain America, I guess.
I don't know any of these characters. Like, who the fuck's Captain America?
I don't know. I think he's from
Who the
Canada
fuck
or
is
something.
this Superman?
And I think he's from Gotham. And he has no abilities at all. He's slower than a frozen locomotive. He can trip over toy buildings in several bounds. It's hurting my brain to talk this stupid, so let's continue. This is killing more brain cells than all the weed and alcohol ever consumed. The next season of Daredevil is going to be very heavy on the romantic comedy / sex scenes. Instead of bad guys, it will be a different girlfriend every episode. Good God. Remember when Daredevil was like a strong Catholic who like struggled with his faith and murdering people and, you know, if he should do it or not? And now he fucks She-Hulk the second he meets her.
Lucky bastard.
I mean, it is a woman who probably would give several, threats of death and other things. So, like, she might, not. I'm just not even gonna finish these jokes.
I know where you're going, Mike.
Yeah, I know. I'm not, I
As
don't
long as
feel
I
like
understand.
I don't feel like looking out my window for She-Hulk tonight either. But fortunately, She-Hulk doesn't know where I live. Anyway, let's keep going and talk about other things like I don't know. I don't feel like playing Halo right now.
We don't have to play Halo.
Do you feel like playing Halo, Josh?
I wasn't expecting to play Halo. I'd have to switch over to my Xbox. My Xbox.
Yeah,
Xbox.
that would require effort. Let me play
How do you say it?
Hearthstone because
Xbox?
nobody likes this game. Ekbuk. You got the Ekbuk? Ekbuk. Ekbuk 1. Ek. I think that's for... Wait, what's the new one? Is it the Ekbuk 1 Ek or the Ekbuk Siri Ek?
Xbox Series X.
Ekbuk Siri Ek. I say it in like our Russian accent. Ekbuk Siri Ek, comrade. Would you like the Ekbuk Siri Ek? Or would you like communism? I remember Juan used to have a really good Russian accent.
Yes, hello, this is Nico Bellic here.
Nico, my cousin, let's go bowling.
This is Nico Bellic here.
Nico, why aren't you answering my calls? You're like in the middle of a freaking firefight. That game's still great, though.
That's one of the greatest games of all time.
Yeah.
Still some of the best physics ever, if not. Well, Red Dead's are probably the best, but Red Dead 2.
Great ragdoll, too. Where you turn into a shuriken every time you get in a car accident.
Yeah. The ragdoll and the horses in Red Dead's like pretty impressive, like the animation work. Like they'll try to keep themselves up when they're falling, and it's pretty crazy. It's crazy to see like that type of ragdoll on an animal. You know what I mean? Just weird.
You would know all about that, right, Josh?
Well,
Ragdoll and animals?
yeah. No, I have like, what is it, like 65 days on Red Dead 2?
That's it? There's people who'd never turn the Red Dead off. That's one of the things, though, Josh. Does that count pause screens?
No.
Some games do that. Oh, I hate this deck. Might as well just not even play right now.
If you're not Dokkan, like.
Oh yeah, you're actually watching the stream. What are you, one of my audience members? They're probably like, what the hell is Mike doing right now? And I don't blame them.
You should just stream
Take this,
that
bitch.
movie get banned.
Well, I mean, I don't think that there's any anything that happens with playing a game on here. Do people still get claimed for playing video games on stream?
No.
Is that a thing anymore?
No.
Good, because that was always stupid. Like, oh my god, they're playing a video game on stream? We must, ban them or steal their money, Nintendo. That's the reason I didn't become a freaking Nintendo YouTuber. Because, nobody would watch me. But also because...
You'd be a Nintendo YouTuber.
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm stealing your deck for my own. What you gonna do when we come for you?
Are you fighting someone online?
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot.
They have a really broken deck that's probably gonna win in like 2 turns.
Nice fucking excuse.
They literally remember the Remember the South Park episode where it was like they were playing World of Warcraft?
Yes.
So they
Oh, I
literally
remember
made that sword at the end of the game, or the end of the episode, into a card in this game. You're not on stream, I'm not showing you, by the way, so you can do whatever you want. For now.
Oh, I could start jacking off.
Well, they would hear that. I'm sure they would probably hear that.
I'll mute myself.
But yeah, it's like the Sword of 1,000 Truths, and they actually made that in this game, and it's just fucking broken, like a lot of the cards that they've introduced in Hearthstone recently, to where when you attack, it has 15 attack, and people usually have 30 health, and when it attacks your opponent, all of their mana crystals are destroyed, so basically they lose the game because they can't play any of their cards. It's fucking bullshit, to say the
Very
least.
good.
And they're going to activate it in like a turn. Like, literally, they make whole decks around this, and it's like, well, I guess I'll play this game. It's not the most annoying deck, though, surprisingly. There's actually one called the Jabberwock deck. And
You know what would make that game better?
horrible. What's
As
that?
if it was Dragon Ball based.
That's true, I'd probably get more views, and I wouldn't give a shit.
DBZ Kakarot has that one card game. I know that. I haven't played it much though.
Carrot cake?
Kakarot.
Krabby Patty?
Kakarot.
You've seen Dragon Ball P, right?
Yeah. I saw it when it came out. Bitch.
Ew. And now they activated their card, which means that they won the game. Hooray.
Shit. Fucking tired.
See how broken this is,
Been
everyone?
tired all weekend.
You literally can't play any cards anymore. And yeah, I don't blame you. It's been a very tiring week for both of us, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, please, for the love of Kami, show Josh's semi-cute face.
I
Ew.
have my camera off. How am I? You know what? How am I semi-cute and semi-handsome? I don't get. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Either I'm good looking or I ain't. Like, come on.
I fortunately don't know, Josh. I don't really have much desire to know either.
Attract a lot of older women.
Yeah, I attract a lot of crazy ones.
I've had that issue too.
Yeah, it's a very common one, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The fact that they get 3 attacks with this too is so fucked up. Like, literally, they just can keep just annihilating your mana over and
Do you have
over
to buy
again.
or like pay to get that sword, or what? You just play?
No, they gave it away for free. That's another thing that fucked the game, because they literally gave everyone this, so many people have this deck. But this isn't the worst legendary in the game. Like, the worst one is called the Jabberwock, which literally replays every single battle cry, which is a thing like this where it activates when you play the card. It's like a creature, and literally turns can take hours because of all the animations playing back to back. I've had
Sounds like fucking Dokkan with all the animations.
So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I played a match like a little while back where it literally, because the guy was playing 10 of the card over and over, basically what happened is like his turns literally kept multiplying in terms of how long they were. So I was like watching a movie and like going in the other room and watching a movie and then coming back like a half an hour later and he was still taking his turn. And there's supposed to be like a maybe couple minute time limit on each turn. And yeah, it's fucking miserable. Let's see if I'll fight one right now.
Cole Phelps said
I actually might be fighting one right now. That's fucked up. What were you saying?
that I was 50% cute and 50% handsome. Thanks, boss.
Jeez, nobody's ever complimentary about how I look.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. It's weird.
Yeah, I can only imagine why. People say I lost weight, but that doesn't mean I'm not ugly.
I told you that time New Year's Eve where we were leaving the bar and these like you know what, women in their 40s were trying to pick me up.
Yeah, you've told me that.
Oh, okay.
You told me about you picking them up too.
I didn't pick those two up.
I didn't say those two.
Other older women.
I pick up women all the time in my Uber car.
You won't
No, I
specify
don't do that.
plural or singular.
Nobody would ever want to drive straight in Uber with me. Let's see. Is this a MTG stream? No, it's Hearthstone. Which, and to be fair, like most card games took inspiration from Hearthstone. So, or I mean, from Magic the Gathering, actually. I have played a little bit of Magic, but I've more collected it. Like I actually have. I mean, I have a bunch of different cards.
I never played the Pokemon card game, and I didn't really like it much either.
Like I have this I bought recently for collecting purposes. It's a Magic structure deck, which probably isn't worth anything, but you know, I also bought like a sealed box of basically the first ever base set of this new card game that came out. I don't remember what it's called. I have to look at it in a second, but
Are you showing stuff on the stream?
not yet. I was showing the Magic one. Let's see. Something Wings. I don't remember what it's called. Wait, nobody can actually see this. I'm fucking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. Are you trying to show stuff on the stream?
Okay, let's do this. Let's try this again. Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hey guys, it's Mike from Laughingstock Media. How's it going?
Okay, so here's my... Yeah, I'm doing shaky cam in honor of Christopher Nolan's first Batman movie.
In honor of Cloverfield.
In honor of my freaking... I can't even think of words right now. So here's the Magic box I got. It's from New Capena, I think is how it's pronounced. I've never heard anyone say it before. And then here's like a base set of this new card game I got recently. Fuck. I don't know. It's some Japanese thing. Like everything in this room. Or made in China. A lot of things are made in China these days, aren't they? Like a certain virus of unknown origin. But yeah, I'm sorry for showing you guys such a close-up of my Frankensteinian face.
Nope. Not semi-handsome, Mike.
I keep begging for compliments and they just won't give them to me.
That's because you can't, Mike, you can't beg for that stuff. It has to come to you.
That doesn't happen, Josh.
Like, this is how I go about life. I don't like to brag about myself at all because I just let people do it for me. Because I just try to do enough good stuff that people just will say it for you.
Yeah.
That's just word of mouth, you know. But if you try to brag yourself, it's like...
Well, no, I know. I don't.
And I'm not saying you do that.
I'm the most humblest person that's ever lived.
I'm just saying people in general, a lot of people will brag, and it's like, you know, just let people say good shit about you because they will. Good people like to support each other, so they will say nice things about each other. Mm-hmm. And if they don't, then it's like, you know, you don't really gotta concern yourself with them. You just don't gotta worry about it. There's plenty of other people that are decent enough to you know, have your time.
Yeah. So Cole Phelps, who asked, have you guys canceled your Gotham Knights pre-orders? I never even pre-ordered it, so no. I don't even I forgot that was a thing until right now. So yeah. What's that game about? Is it just like everyone except for Batman? Like all the Gotham heroes, or did they show that
I'm
E3?
tired talking about it.
There's no E3 this year, right?
E3 doesn't exist anymore.
Did they show that on G4? Oh, right. They actually did have G4 again for a little while.
Morgan Webb.
Yeah. And then somebody went on a crazy rant, and then G4 got canceled. But yeah, Morgan Webb, a lot of people liked her. A lot of people really liked Olivia Munn. That's where her career basically started.
And they're very good personalities to watch.
Yeah. They were there because of their talent.
Yeah.
Just like all the booth babes, they're totally there because people, you know, really respect them.
They were there for the same reason that Adam Sessler was.
I don't know if I get that one, but
did
women like to look at Adam Sessler?
His talent. That's what we're talking about. They're talented, Mike.
Oh, I see what you're implying. The double standard that comes with, you know, sexuality and the appearance of people of other genders.
You know, a lot of people actually did not like Adam Sessler, but I always did. But I've also heard people say like places he go, it's a cesspool, and I'm like, that's good, that's funny. I liked his review style. It wasn't, I don't know. Some people get too butthurt about everything.
What was he on X-Play?
Yeah. He's done other things after that. I haven't followed him that much, but he's always kind of been the same.
Yeah, I think I remember he...
Meanwhile, I haven't kept up with Morgan Webb since G4, so what's that saying?
I don't know. I have no
well,
idea.
Mike, what does that say?
I mean, it's been like, what, 20 years since then? So who knows what it says. I mean, I'm sure you could find out if you looked her up on the Google. I'm not going to, though, because I'm playing a game that nobody cares about.
I'll see
yeah.
what you're doing.
How you doing?
I'm pulling this up.
Oh, shit. So does anyone have... Cole Phelps just said, if you squint really, really hard, Mike looks like Idris Elba.
Yeah, I felt the same thing.
Maybe
I
it's the
thought
beard.
exact same thing.
Is it Idris Elba from Luther, though? Or every other thing where he looks exactly the same?
I'm Idris Elba.
I'm Idris Elba, and I'm gonna fuck you up. Nah, it's like Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Every time I do an Australian accent, though, I sound like I'm constipated. I sound like Macho Man doing it. I'm Jason Statham, and I'm gonna kick you, because I'm the transporter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage.
Snap into a sling, brother.
Nah, that was Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the one who said, brother.
Yeah, he also said, nah.
Good thing you didn't say the other 4 letters of that word. Oh, Josh, you're getting very close sometimes.
It's the purposefulness of how close it gets. That's in the safe zone.
Yeah, I know. There's many words you could be saying in that case. This guy didn't do anything during his turn. What the fuck? You fucking moron. Might have actually just beaten him. But we'll see. Also, that's what she said. Yeah, I did. You dumbass. Just kidding. I won 2 games. I wonder why I feel so hot. Maybe it's because I'm wearing a jacket in my house and I have a fan on. Or, damn it, Josh! I stole your word. It's not a fan. It's a fucking large heat lamp. But yeah, I agree, Joshua. It is an abomination. And I'm happy that you said I look like Idris Elba and not like Benedict Cumberbatch, because you know. Yeah. Do people think that Benedict Cumberbatch is attractive? I don't know. He looks like a fucking.
He looks like a fucking alien. He looks like a gray alien.
he looks like
one of the fucking grays. You tell me he doesn't look like you.
He looks like that thing from. He looks like that character from Ice Age. Yeah, exactly.
I have a friend that looks like that.
Let me see if I can do that.
I have a picture of him because Benedict Cumberbatch definitely looks.
Oh my god! It's actually it's actually one of the top things that comes up.
Is what? Benedict Cumberbatch and him?
And Sid the Sloth. Look at the stream in like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I'll watch the stream. Pull up Gray Aliens, because that definitely looks like Benedict Cumberbatch. Hopefully Benedict Cumberbatch is not listening. Yeah, he looks a bit like him, but...
Hold on, they're getting impatient. My person I'm playing against is getting impatient because...
If they knew what we were looking at, they'd understand.
Yeah, he does look like an alien. He's a very unconventional looking person. Some people are very passive aggressive the way that they use emojis in this game. In real life, some people are very passive aggressive the way they use emojis. I wonder who exactly. Someone who's probably not watching this stream. As I be passive aggressive. Get it? Unless they're as crazy as I think they are and then they watch all my streams. You never know. Never know. I actually don't. I'm hungry.
Who is your biggest fan?
I have no idea. Who is my biggest fan? Do I have fans? Is that a thing?
Benedict Cumberbatch. I can't. What's his name? Cumberbatch?
Yeah, damn it, Josh. Benedict Cumberbatch. And Benedict. He was my biggest fan until he saw this episode. Now he fucking hates my channel.
Yep.
Just like Toriyama. I know, because Geekdom has told me. He showed me the text where Toriyama said he hates Mike from Laughingstock Media. How's it going?
Geekdom's got Toriyama's number.
Except Toriyama calls me Mike from Laughingstock Media arigato.
It's weird, because I always know you as Fat Mike.
Are you sure, Josh?
Can't say it anymore.
Yeah, you really can't. Even this shirt is big on me. It's a
Fat,
large.
skinny Mike.
Skinny fat. There you go.
Skinny fat Mike.
Oh no, I still feel like I'm fat. I'm not gonna be happy until I have.
Fat Mike. There wasn't even another Mike to like distinguish the difference. Just saying.
Well, people still call me Fat Mike anyway. Like Quinn used to call me Fat Mike all the time.
He's just fat. It was really.
Sometimes I would call him Thin Quinn though, just to like get back. He'd be like, "Hey, Fat Mike. Hey, Thin Quinn." Because remember, he used to look like he was literally like starving all the time.
His eyes were sunken in.
Yeah. That's the real reason he didn't appear on camera, because he was shaking from starvation the entire time. Didn't want to distract the audience. This guy's just stealing my whole deck. What are your guys' thoughts on the She-Hulk finale? My thoughts are rewind. It was terrible.
I'll tell you my.
Somebody just said Benedict Cumberbatch looks like a horse for real. Yeah, I don't disagree.
He'd be perfect for Sarah Jessica Parker.
She actually looked really good in the 90s, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
like if you go back and watch her old movies, like when she was in.
She doesn't look good ever.
There was one movie with her and Matthew McConaughey where she looked really good, and then it was like Hocus Pocus. She was actually the most attractive witch. So
did you
definitely wasn't Peggy Hill.
Cross-eyed.
Yes. I was gonna make a joke, but I don't really want to give people that image. I was cross-eyed, all right. Hold on.
I think I'm gonna.
ATSTs. I think I'm gonna come.
Alderaan.
TIE Fighters. Grand Moff Tarkin.
I clapped when I saw it.
Oh my god. They broke new ground. like in the new Dragon Ball Super movie. Gohan transformed after somebody he knows got the shit beaten out of him. And it was Cell who was beating them up. It broke new ground! He was purple! I'm gonna die doing these voices. Yeah. Are people enjoying this stream? I don't know.
The people that are still watching are.
People watch this?
Stick around.
Nope, 2 people left. I guess they weren't enjoying. Ah, fuck them.
Hey.
You'll be back. Or will you? Find out on the next boring episode of
Just when I thought I was out.
Laughingstock
Pulled
Nation.
me back in.
Just when I thought they pulled me out, they pulled me back in. Now I have to pay child support payments.
It's one of the best musical pieces ever.
Especially when you perform it. Sounds exactly like it does in the game. Bum, 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 bum.
Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, it's Garda Trace. How's it going?
Bum, 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 bum.
Is this Magic? No, it's Hearthstone.
Bum, bum,
It's it ripped off Magic, like
Mike,
every
is this
other card
Magic?
game. Yes. Just for you, Josh, this is Magic. If you believe in magic, then you're going to hell for practicing witchcraft, you fucking heathen, if you believe in magic. Yeah. Sang by Chris Pratt. Hey, Chris Pratt, do you watch my channel?
It's a me, Mario.
It's
Mario.
It's a you, Chris Pratt. Is this Spire? I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah, I want to hear
So
more of that
yes.
voice so I can really
It's a
judge it.
me, Mario. Let's a go. Yeah. Yahoo.
Yeah, it's a rough.
Yippee.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
Mushroom Kingdom, I'm gonna come.
Mushroom Kingdom, I think I'm gonna come.
Mike relapsed back to Disney Channel days. I'm not sure what that means. I mean, I did used to watch the Disney Channel when I was like a kid, and then I don't want to admit how much older I was when I stopped watching Disney and Nickelodeon. Like me and my sister watched like all the cartoons on Nickelodeon like in our 20s. So
I stopped watching. I probably stopped watching when you stopped watching, but I was younger. But I think we probably
at the
both
same
stopped.
time, you know, chronologically using the Epoch event calendar that we have. I see what you mean, Josh, from Dragon Ball Nation. How's it going?
Like, what would be around the year you stopped watching? Would you say?
I don't know, maybe somewhere in like my mid-20s. Like, so that would be like, let's say 5 to 7 years ago. I don't know if I still watched Disney when I was doing YouTube or like Nickelodeon.
I definitely wasn't watching them when I was doing YouTube. I definitely stopped watching them before high school was over.
Yeah.
I probably stopped watching when I was like 16.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shows that like
Maybe
I'd still
15.
watch classic episodes of, you know.
I mean, I still quote a lot of shit from.
Yeah.
I quote a lot of SpongeBob.
One of my favorite shows that my sister and I used to quote was Fairly Odd Parents, which I'm guessing people got the impression considering, you know, I do a fucking Austrian voice, just like Arnold. But Jorgen von Strangle. My sister's favorite quote was always though like, I found I have good news and bad news. What's the good news? I found a nickel. I named him Philip. Oh, what's the bad news? It's a girl nickel. That was a pretty great show too.
That would be insensitive to say today. You just
Garda
assume that
Trace.
Nichols' gender.
Garda Trace said, Mushroom Kingdom, I can't come. That's because he wasn't taken. What was that you referenced like a couple weeks ago? Blue Chew or something?
Blue Chew, yeah.
Why do they make all the dick pills blue? Because you're feeling blue when you can't.
This guy's got blue is always associated with men.
Is it?
Yeah. And women are pink.
Well, for obvious reasons.
Why is that, Michael?
I wonder why, Josh. A lot of this game is also like card management. You literally, like, if you draw too many cards, your cards like burn out of existence because it's a digital card game. But only imagine trying to play this in real life. It'd be impossible because, like, they literally built so many of the mechanics because it's digital, like RNG and stuff like that.
That's great.
Although, like, everything that's RNG based, it's not actually random. It's based on a algorithm that you're able to influence.
Yep. That's what Dokkan is.
Yeah. Like, if you play certain cards in this game, you're more likely to get certain cards that appear because it's like Tetris. Like, when you play Tetris, the game gives you pieces based upon how you're playing, and, like, it tries to, like, steer you in a direction.
Yeah,
Most people don't know that,
after I saw GTA 6, I said, you know, it's a lot like Tetris.
Yeah. Every game ripped off Tetris, except for Pong. Tetris ripped off Pong, those damn Russians.
Yep. How dare they use shapes in their games?
I mean, the Russian men are the problem, of course. I love Russian women. I follow many of them on Instagram. They're very talented.
I'm sure they follow you back.
Oh, yeah. They follow me with their lawyers in a restraining order. I'm great with women.
Sunday is opposite day.
Yeah. Today is not opposite day, by the way. Which means it is. See that?
It's not.
Yeah, which means it's not. Which means it is. God damn it, Josh. Stop stealing my jokes.
Taking your clout.
Gartrace just said, dick pills are blue, so your dick can go Super Saiyan blue. I'd rather it go like a good transformation from a series that's canon.
You don't want to go Super Saiyan 4 and get super hairy. Extra hairy dick.
Hairy and red.
With a tail.
Oh my god. Well, isn't that the tail? Do you think that's what... If Goku, like, pulled his pants down, do you think that's what it would look like when he's Super Saiyan 4?
He's probably got hair down there.
Yeah, I mean...
Questions that I should ask...
The Saiyans have body hair, especially pubes. Let's ask. A lot of artists on certain websites need to know this information. Do you remember that time that, like, I came up with the idea for that video about how to Saiyans have sex with their wives without killing them, and then Danny made that video on his channel and didn't have me in the video?
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, good times. Here starts my crazy combos in this deck.
Oh, I saw that comment from E-Meister. It said TV died after 2011. I agree. Sounds about right. I definitely haven't watched TV since then, probably.
I watch it every now and then, but, like, you know, I've seen, like, a couple shows in recent times about that, but yeah.
Can't fucking watch that shit.
It's one of the things I like about this game, too, like the golden cards, as you call them. They're all animated. Sometimes the animation isn't that great. You know, it's not like freaking Legends or whatever it was you're showing me with, like, the cooler animations or anything.
Oh, Dokkan.
Yeah.
Well, Dokkan has its fair, like, older cards don't have as good of animations for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, the newer stuff for sure. Like, godly.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, especially cooler. Friza's no brata. Actually, they don't say Frieza because there's no plural. No microtransactions at all.
Yeah, I haven't spent thousands of dollars in it.
I don't think anyone has, right? That's why they're not making any money.
That's why they're not. That's why they're never at the number one in the stores. Never. They're not there all the time or anything. Number one.
Number one Kakarato.
Omae wa number one da. Omae wa number one da.
Omae wa Vegeta-sama. Vegeta no San. Very original family naming convention. Hi, Mr. Popo. The real villain of Super was Toybo all along. I mean, I don't disagree with that statement. Although Toriyama had to prove that shit. I mean, he looked at it briefly while he was hitting his blunt, but, you know, he still had to prove it. So the blame obviously goes on the American fans, especially me, right? Put some pep in my step with Pepsi. It's a little too late for Mountain Dew, Josh. I know.
No, it's not that it's not early enough.
Technically, it depends on what country we're talking about.
Well, you have specific drinks for specific times, right?
Mm-hmm. If I was living in Australia right now, it would be right about time, I think, to have some Mountain Dew.
What time would that be?
Hey Siri, what time is it in Brisbane, where Super J lives?
In Brisbane, Australia, it's 11:05 a.m.
Perfect time for Mountain Dew. Although I only really drink diet. Cause I'm getting. I mean.
And the truth has come out.
It's weird. It actually showed me that death rattle triggered before it did. Triggered!
I'm so triggered, dude. You fucking pussies.
This guy's still holding back. Sometimes you just gotta dump your hands so that they... Oh, that guy just got fucked out of his really important card, actually. But he's probably got at least more than one of them. He has a very similar deck to me, but it's not as big as mine. Using the Australian accent when I say deck. That's what Jay used to actually make jokes about. He's like, "Oi, Mike, you won't see me dick. It's pretty big." Obviously, he never signed anything like that. Crikey, mate, it's a stingray. Let me go look at it. Really
That's
up
better.
close.
That's better.
And move me arms behind my back. Yeah, visualize that to get the joke. And I have a history of a guy who hasn't been around in a very long time. I did love that show, though. I always loved Animal Planet growing up.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot with my dad. Animal Planet.
Yeah.
A lot of the I like that Most Extreme show a lot. I like that one quite a bit.
That the one Bear Grylls,
Top 10 show.
where he drinks his own piss every episode.
No, it's the Most Extreme. It's a top 10 like countdown show.
Oh, I see. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. I used to watch a lot of those shows too, like the World's Most Deadly Police Crash, like police chases and stuff like that. Those are always great.
Might have to hop off pretty soon. I'm fucking tired.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Fucking exhausted, man. I just gotta work at like 6:30 tomorrow. You know
I
my
won
job,
anyway.
right? It's like 6:30, 5:45 in the morning. Sometimes 8:30. Sometimes 9. It's all over. Very good. Very consistent.
Yeah. I mean, we're coming up on that 2-hour mark anyway. People always complain when the stream goes past that, so like, I don't care. But I did win my matches today, though. I
Do
think.
not. It's not like they're gonna miss the end of a story. They're not gonna miss the ending of a movie if they leave in the middle of a stream.
But in order to give everyone who has stayed around this entire time a little bit of incentive, and reward their faith, what I will do right now is say, Josh, based on your experience watching She-Hulk, hold on, Based on your experience watching She-Hulk, Josh, what would you give it out of a 10?
I would give it a 0 out of 10 because I haven't seen it, and I'm sure that's probably what it would get anyways.
I would also give it a 0 out of 10. It is an abomination from the deepest, darkest depths of hell. And, it literally should have stayed frozen there according to Dante's, cosmology, which is totally a credible source. I think it was the Book of Dante, right, in the Bible? It was like between the Book of Mormon and the Book of Joseph's... Wait, that's the same thing. The Book of Mormon and the Book of Ron Howard. What the hell is the name of the guy who invented...
I've never read a fucking book.
The Book of Tom Cruise. By the way, Tom Cruise, if you watch my videos, can you please be on? But I just don't want you to convert me. But I also don't want you to sue me. So this is all a joke. And I love Tom Cruise, and I love certain churches, especially the chicken. And, Megan the Stallion would like to know your location, Mr. Popo says. Yeah, I could, she can't have it. Even with those twerking skills, I don't quite enjoy her music enough to stand being around her. I mean, anyway, she would try and kill me anyway, because that tends to be the case. But we're gonna wrap this up, guys. So thank you for tuning in. She-Hulk is horrible. Don't watch it. Watching this was a better investment of your time, probably. And with that being said,